The more and more she makes it seem like we're not interacting with each other, the more it seems like a date. Because she took us to a cafe. Like, what are you doing? So, what are we doing at a cafe?
Stop complaining.
I wasn't complaining. I was just asking a question. Having been dragged aimlessly around the city by Naomi, we come to reside in a modern cafe with drinks on the table before us. Without any amount of doubt, if anyone saw us now, they'd think we were a couple. But telling her that would likely piss her off, so I'll just keep my thoughts to myself. Despite this, the aura of sweet goods and coffee lingers through the air of the lavish brazier. A pleasant backdrop set against the interesting situation I find myself in.
So, I guess I should probably tell you now, right?
I've been waiting. I hurt someone's feelings for this. Probably is an understatement after all the gallivanting we've done to get here. That being said, things are sweeter if you're willing to wait. Henceforth, after this moment, I'd have truly ingrained myself between the lives of these two girls. And then he's like, oh, should I though? Joining the science club was far enough. Now hearing what Naomi has to say is bound to make me a part of this. She wouldn't want to tell me otherwise. She wouldn't need to.
Things weren't always like this between us.
Mm-hmm. You mean you weren't always bullying her? Remember, no bully policy.
I'm not bullying her. Please, just take this seriously and listen.
I mean, okay, maybe I was going a bit too far. No, a woman is an island. It's time to face her feelings. The watery eyes which peer toward me complement the sullen expression casted upon her face. Yeah, she does have a bit of teary tears. However ill-timed it may be, it's hard not to appreciate her beauty. Being this close to her, it's pretty ill-timed. Just one of the reasons why she's such a star.
I just can't bear to face her normally.
Wait.
I want to be myself again.
What do you mean? Lifting her sunken eyes once again to face me, feelings of sympathy shoot through my now fast-paced heart. I feel so sorry for her, all without knowing the trouble behind it. Listening to my prior suspicions, maybe it's safe to say the two girls had shared a past after all, one which hadn't ended so amicably. What exactly happened between you two?
You know, I'm the captain of the athletics team, right? It's not just track.
Yeah. Athletics, track, what's the difference, really? Shooting me a disgruntled glare before returning her eyes downwards, it looks like that's a topic for another time. Naomi's name spreads far and wide around the school. Even if I wasn't too familiar with her from the get-go, I sure knew who she was. Everyone knows the athletics captain.
We lost a member not too long ago. An important one. To me.
What do you mean lost? Like, I'm sorry to hear that.
They're not dead, idiots.
Oh.
But maybe I am to her.
An insult veiled by dejection. It doesn't really do much other than illustrate her pains. By the sounds of it, various dramas have unfolded in the athletics team. All I want to know is what it has to do with her and Kyoko's relationship. What does that have to do with...
Kyoko. It was her. Surely you can't be that tense.
I was figuring. Kyoko? She? On the athletics team? She has a figure for it, even if I wasn't supposed to know. I can't really dispute the emotions clouding the situation. Naomi, sat across, is truly recalling something she's kept to herself all this time. Her voice, her expression, her breathing, all of it sells a true sense of grief. But coming to terms with that, with what their bond once was, is going to be hard for me, an outsider. Did she leave to pursue science? It's the only thing I could come up with, but if so, it places more blame on Kyoko than anything. She doesn't seem like the type of person to put herself before her clubmates.
No. She's always loved science. Even then.
Alright.
She was kicked out.
Wow. What? I thought you were the captain. Uh-oh.
That doesn't mean I control the club. It's the school's team. It's managed by the sports board.
But, like, this is the first time I've heard about the sports board. But coming from Naomi, I can't feel I can doubt it. She knows a lot more about this than me, and so all I can really do is listen. Yeah, we don't know shit about anything when it comes to the athletic stuff. Her teary eyes, glistening in the light, return to their sunken state. This can't be easy for her. So why was she kicked out? Like, Naomi, visibly gulping to restrain her emotions, speaks out softly, sharply contrasting the brash girl I've come to know her as. Watching her faint movements under the artificial lights, it's her graceful fragility which is painted before me. This is Naomi.
We cheated. We helped her win.
Whoa, wait, what? How?
There was a race at another school, so we messed up their kits.
That's just unsportsmanlike.
We just wanted to help her win. We really did.
What do you mean messed up their kits? Like what? Also, so she just got all the blame then.
But they found out. We told them it wasn't her fault.
Oh, okay.
They didn't believe us.
That's... I feel like... I don't know. Maybe the school thought of it as, oh, they're just defending her. But it's like they were, but in a truthful manner. It's like, no, she didn't do anything. She didn't have anything to do with this.
She was banned from competition and kicked from our club after that.
Like, it's a lot to take in within this small moment. We being you and the other girls. The only response is a stifled nod from across the table. Naomi, taking a moment of silence to breathe herself another mild sense of composure. There's only so much you can have in this situation. Can't say I don't feel pissed off about her actions. That's a pretty reckless thing to do, wasn't it? You were supposed to be her friend. And friends help each other cheat, apparently. I don't know. Being irate at her is likely the least helpful thing to do in this situation. But inside me, the resentment I have can't be held back.
You think I don't know that? I was her friend. Her best friend.
Oh.
Now, it's nothing. You think I don't hate myself enough?
But come on, okay.
I tried to apologize, but an apology isn't enough for something like that.
Okay, how's about I take you, we go to the science club room, and we just hash this out. Soaked by tears, her reddened and sorrowed cheeks shine feebly as she wipes her eyes dry with each hand. You can tell she was like holding all this in this whole time. My own feelings of empathy can only just reside over my inner irritations. She suffered enough. It's clear to her what she's done. Being close to Kyoko, Naomi's words do sting a sense of resentment. But the reality is that Kyoko has been just as affected. Her own emotions weren't ones of anger, but a mutual heaviness of heart, shared sadness in their broken bonds. So why is it that you've been so mean to Kyoko? Why do you want me away from her?
I wasn't mean to her. It was upsetting.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing her make a new friend. Seeing you.
Ah, you were jealous of me. Piercing her damp eyes in my direction, a desolate look beams from her tears. She's jealous?
Kyoko wouldn't talk to me after the race. She wouldn't listen to my apologies, my pleas. But she became friends with you.
I mean, rather than feel angry at her for treating Kyoko and I in this way, all I could do is cast pity. Having lost a friend to be replaced by another, that surely must have hurt. Shit, man, I feel like every one of us has experienced that. Not like this specific situation, but just losing a friend only to then get replaced. I doubt I'd ever be on the same terms with Kyoko as Naomi seems to make out, but it doesn't change the fact that she still wants to be with Kyoko, for them to be friends again.
I want you to help me.
Hey, I'm down for that. That was the plan. Take you to the club room and hash it out. Contrasting her prior resentment, Naomi speaks out passionately through her dejected state, treating me as an equal. Reaching out to me like this, I can't say she really hates me for being friends with Kyoko. Not if she wants me to help her. Help you what? You just said you were jealous of me.
I never said that. I just said that I was upset. I want you to change her opinion of me, so she'll talk again.
I mean, I can't do that on my own. How am I supposed to do that? I wouldn't know. Neither do I know Naomi's true objective here. Then again, I'm really the only person she can rely on, and Kyoko doesn't speak to anyone else. And I mean, I could try, but it wouldn't be as easy as, hey, how about that Naomi girl? I tried that once. She's not going to be that talkative. Distinct from her usual attitude. Talking to Kyoko about Naomi is the one thing taking her away from her normal self. That bright, happy smile smitten by her own inner sufferings. Whether she's willing to become friends with Naomi again is a difficult question to answer. It's evident that she too feels pain over their situation, but uncovering her thoughts would prove to be quite a difficult task. Naomi too, despite revealing all before me, would be likely to have the keys to Kyoko's past. I'm just the one at the gates.
I know. I just don't know what else to do. I'm sorry.
I don't do... an apology. Coming from her, it sounds like heaven. But at the same time, the pain which is her hell rips through every syllable. The fucking, descriptors. Jesus Christ. It gets so real. Here, I want to help her, despite how she's treating me, despite her outward persona. Naomi's sensitivity not only shares, not shares, that's a totally different thing, shears her very heart, but mine too. After all, she was Kyoko's friend. I'll find a way. Even if it means taking Kyoko away from the science club, I'll do it. No, we need to keep her in the science. Returning her gaze to me, my reflection stares back at her, and in her crystal blue eyes, I really do look like an idiot. Still, getting Kyoko to talk up will give an idea of her feelings toward Naomi. It'll still be helpful, or I can't say that it's not worth doing.
You will?
I wasn't expecting this.
Thank you.
A smile, a warm one too. Seeing it on Naomi's face really reflects her true self, her inner beauty. She might have a little bite to her, a little, but at the end of the day, I can't bring myself to hate her.
Anyway, finish up your coffee. If we stay here too long, people will see us.
And we're right back to... See, it's like most soons, right? That's the appeal of soons. Is when you, they're very bitey and very, aggressive. But once you tame the soon, then it's just, it's like you get apparently the sweetest thing on the planet. You're still worried about that? Still?
Of course I am. Just look at you.
Excuse me, I look like visual novel main protagonist, alright? Looking back at my own reflection in the window, all I could do is smile that she's back to her normal self. At least what I know her as. The insults might hurt, but in the end of the day, she wouldn't have asked for help if she hated me. She wouldn't have paid for my coffee either. Haha, sweet. Free coffee. Alright, well, now we gotta come up with a crazy plan. Dude, I would have been the most forward about it. I don't... Like, literally the most forward person about it. I you know that plan about me taking Naomi to the science club and hashing it out? That's what I would have done. Straight up. Right then and there. Bing, bang, boom. We would have figured this out. Yeah, it might not go that well, but... And I'd be like, all right, you two. We need just... I'm going to lock the door. And you guys are going to talk it out. And love each other again. Light breathes through the corridor as the day begins, marking the ever-moving world into the depths of my mind. Every day, the same thing happens. Arriving at class, watching everyone around me live their lives as I sit patiently waiting for the day to begin. Recently, though, changes to my routines have shaped my own thoughts and opinions on the unhalted space around me. Set on a task to reshape the lives of two girls, to bring them together again. Maybe now the school life I've been waiting for all this time is about to be put into effect. Well, we got the building blocks. Hey! Tapping on my shoulder, Kyoko calls out to me from behind just a step in front as I turn my head. She sure has no qualms about personal space, but calling her out on it would be besides the point. If it's her, who am I to complain? Good morning, Kyoko.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
You're coming to the science club today, right? You better not skip again.
Maybe. I really don't know. After missing out yesterday, it's no doubt that I'm coming today. That, and I'd promised Naomi that I'd do my best to talk to her. Okay, but I thought I would get to put my own plan into effect. Neither of them deserves to face the anguish of their severed bonds. They shouldn't have to look back at old memories. Why wouldn't I go? Damn.
Because you didn't come yesterday. But I'm happy.
Just because I don't go one day doesn't mean that I'm never going to come again. Sometimes that does happen, but not this time. Those feelings resonate through her very expression, lips curled up into her signature smile, glossy as they meet the sunlight. We should head into class. Knowing that she has these feelings, it brews happiness in my soul. To build this friendship with her, maybe it'll be easier to talk about Naomi. Once we get to that point. It's a process. Yet again, class ends at the sound of the lunch bell, with people around withdrawing themselves from their seats to head off to get some grub, as the kids would say. It's a tenacious routine, but something I can't help but join. I'm hungry too, dude. I'm hungry right now. The cafeteria, as usual, is brimming with the alleged social customs building the foundation of modern school life. Eating, chatting, all that crap. Me, someone who eats alone, doesn't fit with the painting laid out ahead. A canvas of the Japanese youth. I always ate by myself. Well, I mean, I prefer... unless it's friends. You know what? I could go either way is what I'm trying to say. Like, if I could have to eat alone, that's like whatever. Then I could do what I want. Times like these make me wonder exactly what it does Kyoko gets up to at lunch. Spending time with her would probably be pretty enjoyable. I've never seen her eat lunch here. Dude, that's why you're trying to get more friendship points. What are you doing? Perhaps in the end, asking her would be a good idea, particularly if I'm to help out Naomi. Heading to the vending machine, sunlight strikes my eyes from the panes across the room, leaves bustling about on the now blooming trees. Spring has come fast. My hand, lifted up towards the buttons of the machine, is quickly stopped by another slender, smooth hand. Hey, hey, hey! A small note tucked inside its grip.
Take this and be quiet.
Yes, ma'am. Sure. Sneaked up to my side, Naomi slips the thin piece of paper into my own grip, all the while avoiding to match her soft skin with mine. My soft skin. From giving her my phone before, I sure know she takes good care of herself.
I said be quiet.
Huffing, Naomi turns and walks away in spite of my existence. She really doesn't like being seen with me. I'm a big loser. I'm a big loser and she's a big not loser, so... Mashing the button for a soda, I lift the note placed in my hand with the utmost of care. Despite it being from Naomi, a very careless girl. How's progress going? Text me later. Woman, I've made no progress. I've done literally nothing. It's been a day. I'm not gonna make any progress, especially when we've had to deal with school. Assuming she means with Kyoko and not my own endeavors to keep track on my journey through life, she sure is impatient. We'd only discussed this yesterday. Exactly! Nevertheless, the scrawling before me is soulful enough to show her feelings, just how much Kyoko means to her. If it wasn't for yesterday, I'd still see her as kind of a bitch. Now, though, I want to make her happy, too. I mean, she can be a bit of a bitch still, but... Still. Drawing to an end. Pent-up detachment from the content of the class brings itself to fruition throughout the room. It wouldn't be a stretch to say that I'm a part of this mass of langueur. Moreover, one of the ones who most wants to leave. Despite tasks by Naomi to track down Kyoko's past, Kyoko's feelings, join the science club itself is something I've just come to do. There doesn't need to be a reason for me to go.
Okay, class. Make sure to finish writing up your notes.
Never.
You all have a test next week. It'll be on economics too. So make sure to read up on Mr. Kabir's work.
Don't test me. Lethargically cleaning his desk, the teacher's own impatience to leave the class spreads like wildfire through the students around the room. It really is time to leave. Luckily for me, my day has only just begun. Time to head to the club. Yes. Haven't been in here in a day. Within the corridor resides a small little girl with a mischievous grin plastered on her face. I wonder what she's doing here. Oh wait, that's Kyoko.
Hey.
What's the matter?
You're thinking weird stuff, aren't you?
Not this time. Hanging around her, I'm used to the feeling of being lost in thought, from admiring the energy within her heart to wanting to mend that very beating soul. The situation now only just ratifies it. Nah, I'm just thinking about how much I want to go to the club.
Well, you didn't come yesterday, so you should be.
She's still upset about that. She's gonna hang that over my head. Every time I don't come, it's gonna be hung over my head.
Anyway, let's go.
Speeding to the end of our conversation, Kyoko twirls around to face the direction of the science club, flicking her now down flowing hair through the air. See, that's my preferred hairstyle. I like when it's just down. Nothing like too crazy about it. I'm not sure when she undid the ponytail or why. I wasn't even gonna say anything. You can do what you want with your hair. I don't care. Joining her on our brisk walk to the club room, I can't help but feel the action is routine. Despite only being a member in this week, and I'll bet skipping the club too, I can only feel that we're getting used to each other. All right. What's the plan? What kind of crazy shit are we gonna do today? Inside the lab, as dusty as ever, Warmth embraces us as we bask in the afternoon light. Kyoko's cheeks rosy as she stands, eyes out towards the window with a smile.
Isn't science beautiful?
Sometimes. It also can be very dangerous. That's a tree.
Biology is a science too.
You right. The only memories I have of biology is giggling at the pictures of genitals in our middle school textbooks. Dude, those were the days. Say what you will, but we've all done it. It's true. I think it's just because of the idea that you're discussing that kind of stuff in a class rather than like not in a class. It just makes it funny. I don't know, man. Still, Kyoko pouts before me with her cheeks puffed out, probably due to my lack of knowledge. It's ridiculously cute. Turning to sort out yet another experiment, Kyoko gets at it whilst I continue to watch nature flow past the window beyond me. It's a hard concept to grasp, but the world itself truly flows without care. A river of repose. Like life, all it comes down to is embracing the beauty laid out, manifest before our eyes, rather than focus on the tasks set out upon me. I'd rather appreciate what I have here. Being able to spend time in the science club with Kyoko.
There's something I need to ask you.
Sure. No, I was not with Naomi. That wasn't me. God, what did she ask? Times like these, they're only momentary. Well, what is it? Her voice, unsteady, only paints the picture for what's about to come. Inside, I know she's thinking the same thing. The same person.
You were with her yesterday, weren't you?
Fuck! Oh.
Naomi.
No. Yes. No. Fuck. Lie. Masked in an untypical sadness, the happy and carefree face I'm so used to seeing looks towards me. Tears welling up in her eyes. Oh! There's no point denying now, but knowing she's this upset over my decision, I should have expected it. Well, yeah, like, considering what we know now. How'd you know? Damn it! We could have lied! Nah, that wouldn't have been good, I think.
The lab looks over the school entrance.
Ah, shit.
You two were there yesterday. Together.
Uh-huh. Even for that brief time we wandered around the school, Kyoko had still saw us. So much for, I just don't want to be seen talking to you.
Has she been bothering you two?
Little of bothering me, I've been bothering her. Rather than chastise me for my actions, knowing how much Naomi's actions had hurt her, instead she brushes them aside. Kyoko opting to continue under the presumption of Naomi's own actions against her.
I didn't want to be involved. She was a friend to me.
Oh, I know.
But things have changed. I don't really want to get into it.
I should be like, oh, trust me, I already know. As if confirming Naomi's words, Kyoko's eyes swell with woe as her tears hang at their tipping point. Jitters still engross her body's movements as she looks onwards toward me, teeth biting her nails as her lips tremble against her face, nothing more than a frown. I don't want to see her like this. Kyoko, come on. Their past, all evident in their own words, is becoming clearer to me by the day. Both girls so heavily affected by the events which transpired between them. Seeing Kyoko so distraught, it makes it easier to understand Naomi's pain. Their pain. Wiping her eyes dry, clearing her sadness, Kyoko pulls a smile as she brings her hands to her chest to feign a recovery.
Don't worry. It's nothing.
It's not when we're crying. It could be that she's caught on to my own subdued aura, but she tries her best to avoid talking about it. No matter what, haven't gotten over what's happened, and I don't think Kyoko will be telling me anytime soon, despite Naomi's pleas. Still, seeing them both embraced by sorrow, like sorrow's just wrapping around both of their bodies, it's hard not to want to help them. I want to make things right again. The story of both girls in reality hurt by their own friendship. Naomi and the others didn't want Kyoko to lose her race. They weren't doing it to spite her. No, they were just being stupid. Like, no faith in her either. No matter all the faults with their plan, there's nothing to cast doubt upon theirs and Naomi's feelings toward her. They cherished her. Maybe now it's clear exactly what I want to do at this school. Rather than help myself, I want to restore their bonds. This is my ambition. This will make me happy. Well, and then I get done, and then I got a bunch of other stuff to worry about.
Anyway, we should get to work on science.
Science! Pushing the topic aside, Kyoko stands with her fist clenched tight with a not-so-believable but still cute smile. For now, ignoring the topic is ideally the best thing to do in this situation. No! No ignoring! I don't want to see her hurt any longer. However, ignoring my responsibilities isn't the solution to this problem. At some point, we're going to have to face it together as a trio. That's what I'm fucking saying, man. We could have just had this talk. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. When it comes down to it, I'm just as much of a member of the science club as she is. More so, I'm her friend. I'm telling you, man, the blunt way, sometimes the best way. Screened by the evening sunlight, the aura in the room has since become subdued as the two of us finish up cleaning Kyoko's experiment. What was it? What kind of experiment were we talking? Opting to do a titration, Kyoko ended up leaving the issues with Naomi behind her and quickly returned to her usual self, the Kyoko I know her as. Though there's a lot more about her I want to uncover.
That was fun.
I want details. It was, but I didn't really do anything. In light of her past with Naomi, maybe just being there is really good enough for me. Learning more about them, getting to know them, I think it's something I want to do. The week itself has been long, coming to know this girl so well over the course of over only 5 days. Still, there's a lot more behind the covers that needs to be addressed before we can move forward. The two of them, trapped by their own memories of one another. My place in this, despite being unclear, will soon be revealed as the two of them begin to open their hearts. As soon as I can heal their bonds, of course.
It's okay. Really.
I will be the bridge. But I want to at least contribute. Like, come on. With their signature smile, a cute and poised curling of her lips, Kyoko looks on at me from ahead. If there's one thing I can say, is that I truly am glad I've gotten to know her.
For me, just you being here is enough.
Oh, well, but I still want to participate. Like, I just want... It's like, that's nice, but, you know, I mean, I guess I get to see the experiment unfold. It's not like I'm bored. I still want to participate. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I thought she was, like, grabbing at me again. Chasing futures. I was just like, no progress still being made. Because I'm pussyfooting around, as per usual. Act 1! Achievement! Passing my eyes in a flash, the buildings in the distance move one by one through my vision as I watch them in a state close to tranquility. Experience tranquility. The train rocking slowly from side to side, screeching as it closes in on another stop. Sparing myself the long walk home isn't a bad treat from time to time. And after a busy week, the room for thought is a bonus too. Here I am mulling over the relationship of two girls I really only just met. All I could do is bask in the glistening sunlight hitting me through the windows of this small metal box and reflect on the challenges now before me. Dude, this guy, like us as the main character, we got some thoughts is what. Not like I mean like we not like thoughts as in begone thought, but you know what I mean. Despite these challenges, putting myself out for them is ultimately the choice I choose to make, or chose. Not choose. Being privy to their sadness was enough to rope me in, enough to call out to my heart. Seeing Naomi's tears hang from her glassy blue eyes, dripping down across her soft cheeks, it's a sight that'd move anyone. He just reaches out and just weirdly fucking wipes her tears when we barely know her. Literally speaking, anyway, given her popularity. Despite it, staring back at myself in her glossed ocean eyes was a clear picture of her true nature. A girl who truly cared about her friend, forcing her to live a life of self-loathing and regret. I couldn't do that. All I could do was hope she's willing to open up to me to help herself. Regardless, I mean, she opened up to you, right? Regardless of her hostilities, I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy spending time with her. Continuing on its journey, the carriage rocks once more as commuters, thanks brain, finish boarding and the doors close tightly behind them. Standing up, I move towards the door, ready to get off at the next stop. It's pedantic, but being able to leave before everyone else is a routine I've ingrained within my mind. A mind currently preoccupied with thoughts of schoolgirls bearing thigh highs and sports shorts. Spending time with them has really gotten to me. Fan service aside, hey, the path to healing their bonds is shrouded by the hardship of confusion and lack of knowledge. To get them closer to one another, perhaps it's up to me to get closer to them. Without fully knowing what happened, or anything else about them. Being able to make them friends again, now that's a task beyond my capabilities. But I'm willing to give it a try. It all starts with opening up to one another. I'm gonna have a talk with them. Like, together? I'm telling you, it's the best way. Slowing once more with a loud screech, the train pulls in at my stop with the usual glimpses of people idling at the platform. Something to say that we're not the only ones with thoughts or problems. We all have lives to be getting on with. I'm telling you, aren't we thinking about so much shit? After arriving Arriving through the doors to my room, brain, the evening light greets me as I start my routine in the usual style of tossing my back onto my bed. It could be considered boring, but recent events have given me enough to focus on besides wasting my time away online or playing visual novels. Hey! Fuck you, alright? Dust floats around the room, sparking at the tip of sunlight. A sign that really lounging around in my room isn't eventful. Having made manifest the ties between Naomi and Kyoko, their connected past, all that needs to be done is to follow through on my promise. Oh my god.
I want you to help me.
I'm working on it. Help you what? You just said you were jealous of me.
I never said that. I just said that I was upset. I want you to change her opinion of me, so she'll talk again.
I'm trying. And by trying, I mean I really didn't do anything yet. Reflecting on the tears streaming from Naomi's eyes amidst her cries of passion, there was only one thing I could do in that moment. Accept them. She had held a sad expression, but it was enough to sell me her true self. Turning her down wasn't a decision I could make. If there was one thing she truly cares about, it's Kyoko. And that much is true. To learn about their past means being a part of their future. Whether they like it or not, I'm going to have to truly get to know them. As much as Naomi wants me to convince Kyoko to befriend her again, getting her to accept her own mistakes is another part of the challenge. Spending time with them isn't really the only way to do it. It's not like I can complain, though. Hanging around with cute girls is every guy's dream. Being a member of the science club helps, and it's not as if Naomi's just going to be too hostile if she actually wants me to cooperate. Now's probably the best time to get in touch with one of them. I can imagine the choice is right before my eyes. No, Kyoko or Naomi. Maybe I do spend too much time playing visual novels. That's why the Guru was born. I've played so much, and you know what's going to happen. Talking to Naomi wouldn't be a bad idea. Even if she doesn't like it, she's as in on the plan as I am. Despite her attitude, talking to Naomi wouldn't be an unwise choice. Being the person to set the task of fixing her relationship with Kyoko, she'll be the one to really address my issues. Kyoko, as eccentric as she is, doesn't seem like the type of person to easily accept a guy she's only just become friends with, pushing himself between the two of them. Going after her past, as underhanded as it is going to require Naomi's help. I need help to be skeevy. With time itself having pushed these girls further apart, at the end of the day, they're still two girls once joined together on the athletics team. They're still the same people. Relying upon that, it's a better start than heading into the situation blindly. Dipping my hand into my pocket, I wrap my fingers around my phone. It's cold steel, and pull it out to meet the dusty air drifting around the room. Should probably do a bit of spring cleaning. You know it's a problem when your room is dusty. I mean, you literally see dust flying in the air. That's when it's a problem. Shifting my eyes to face the device, the week's thoughts wash over me as I make my move to give Naomi a call. As brash as she lets herself off to be, inside Naomi faces a pain she can no longer bear. Having witnessed her true self, it's hard to believe she'd now be rejective of me, even if she's insulting about it. Her own words become the connection holding the three of us within this triangle. The feelings she'd kept inside, setting things in motion. I want you to help me. Give her the call! Getting in touch with her can't be truly a bad idea. Dude, he's like, he has to keep, it's not a bad idea. No, it's not a bad idea. I swear. It's a bad idea. I mean, not a bad idea. Fuck. With my eyes glued to the screen, I idly stare towards the call button, ready to get things underway. Establishing that she doesn't exactly dislike me, I still don't feel exactly like throwing my self-esteem off the edge of a cliff. On the other hand, not taking the steps to bring her and Kyoko together would be wasting everyone's time. I can't walk away from this. We kind of already agreed. Oh god, I actually do have a choice. Oh! The Space Marines can't help us this time. Wait a minute. I don't actually know if this matters, but I'm going to assume that every call, every decision actually does matter. So, what are you guys thinking? Should we... I feel like the main goal of the game is to, of course, rather than be with one of them, is to get them together and be friends again. But regardless... there's both their routes and who's it's. So let me know which one you'd be more interested in seeing. So then I don't have to make the decisions and that I can blame you guys if anything goes horribly wrong. But like I'm really just curious as to what you guys are thinking right now in this point of time. Who you would be down to interact with more. I can go either way. I don't really care for Soons, but again, at this point I feel like I can just go either way. So just let me know and we'll come back later. Call me or Kyoko. You can do that if you want. You could literally just maybe if you flip-flop between them and you gain enough knowledge of both that you can like figure something out to actually get them together, and that's as friends again, and that would be like an ending right there. Or if you spend your time just talking to one of them, you just end up romancing them and you become their friend. New best friend. Oh, I just weasel my way in there. Oh no, that makes me feel terrible.